Yeah, I wanted to try something a little different in this video. When you are tired of games that are too serious or down to earth, these games are definitely not the case. These games are oddballs and experiments in the gaming industry. The games that say, we know we don't make sense and don't care. These are known as Mind Freak games. Now, Mind Freak doesn't always have to be horror games. While some I like, these games are over the top, trippy, and out of place games of all time. And I love the hell out of these games. Whether for style, story, or just all around fun, these are Mind Freak games. Eternal Darkness is an action-adventure video game developed by Silicon Knights and published by Nintendo for the Gamecube in 2002. It was also the first M-rated survival horror game to be published by Nintendo. And after its release, it is regarded as one of the greatest horror games of all time. But because of two failed Kickstarter campaigns, there was no intention for the game to come out with a sequel or even a remaster or a remake. Which is kind of sad seeing that it faded out of popularity like that. The story of Eternal Darkness takes place in 4 fictional locations and time periods between 26 BC and 2000 AD, from the perspective of a different character. The game starts with Alexandria Rivas returning to her family estate after her grandfather, Edward Rivas, was brutally murdered. 2 weeks later, Alex decides to investigate the mansion for clues and stumbles upon a book bound with human skin. Insert Evil Dead joke here. When read, it goes through 3 different stories, and Alex has to find artifacts mentioned in the book discussing more secrets about the past as well as her family heritage. Eternal Darkness has the same third-person horror style like Resident Evil and Silent Hill franchises. You play at least 12 different characters, each with a different term of health, sanity, and magic, and with different combat abilities depending on the time period each character is in. For example, characters in ancient time eras are restricted to mostly melee weapons such as swords, with the occasional crossbow or throwable, while characters from the colonial era onwards have more access to a range of weapons, including modern-day firearms. Plus, with multiple paths in the first chapter, depends on the player's choice, the antagonist in the game. Usually when you think of third-person horror game, you usually think of the popular Resident Evil or Silent Hill. But this game took this idea one step further. How? Well, remember in that one Scarecrow level in Arkham Asylum where everyone, including myself, thought the game broke? Imagine that, but at like the halfway point of the game. In the first chapter, it is a basic third-person perspective, but when the player has to explore each area and solve puzzles with simple combat, while switching between chapters and exploring the mansion. And then we get to the part of the game you likely wanted to play, or watch a lot of the stuff on YouTube, the sanity meter. And that is the other reason why this game stands out more than other horror games. Every time the sanity meter goes up or down when playing the game, minor effects comes with skewed camera angles, heads of statues following the character, and unsettling noises, to stronger ones like walls and ceiling oozing blood, entering a room that doesn't exist, to the character suddenly dying out of nowhere. But let's be honest, when the sanity meter breaks the 4th wall, it really breaks the 4th wall. Effects such as to be continued, promotions for a sequel, and simulated errors and anomalies of the TV or GameCube can happen either from low or depleted sanity, or by a scripted event. While the latter does not affect gameplay, they can be misconstrued by the player as being actual technical malfunctions. Those are the best parts of the anomalies. With all of that, it is upsetting that Nintendo or another company wouldn't want to make a sequel or remake or even remaster the game. Because not only will the sanity meter make for an interesting idea for a gameplay mechanic, even for a horror game, but we can always watch gameplay on YouTube. Or if you happen to keep your GameCube. Take a look at this game and watch as sanity messes with your mind. I'm Galactic Knight, and I'll see you guys next time.